Awesome. Awesome. We are rocking and rolling. Alex versus SadCryBear here in the round one of the Glorious You. Thank you all for bearing with us as we worked through that. Very excited about this matchup. Worlds Collide, piloted by Alex versus Worlds Collide, piloted by SadCryBear against Cull the Archons. Alex takes the mulligan. SadCryBear does not. SadCryBear on the turn one. Player one, turn one, single card play here. So there is our 35-minute timer. We are officially underway in the first round of the Glorious You, the top cut, top 16 people. Very exciting, very exciting. SadCryBear, considering what their first play is, it looks like SadCryBear did actually... Okay, and SadCryBear opens with the transporter platform. That is an awesome first turn play. Alex playing Tendrils of Pain, getting an amber from that. Dominator Bobble down. So getting an amber and the Bobble down, good play. Transporter platform, very strong opener for SadCryBear with all of those things that SadCryBear wants to bounce. Science Officer Kincan, perfect timing for that, as Alex does have an amber to get stolen, as it now gets stolen as he goes into Sanctum. That quadricorder. Oh, I have. Okay, I will move my camera a little bit later so the card mouse overs can appear there. But Alex going into Sanctum, dropping down Commander Remiel, Bulwark, and Frankus. A really great board. Alex will be able to, if that board stays, really take out SadCryBear's creatures while keeping their own. The only issue, of course, will be gaining amber at the same time if SadCryBear is dropping most of their elusive creatures out. Back over to SadCryBear. SadCryBear with 2 amber, 1 earned, 1 stolen. Alex getting 1 amber up with Terms of Redress, which Shield of Justice, which did not have any effect there. SadCryBear into Logos, stealing another one. So Science Officer Kincan pulling its weight. Dr. Millie archiving 2 cards, which is a great early game play. Code Monkey then archiving Dr. Millie. Cutthroat Research. Both of the Cutthroat Researches now. Alex being able to jump up as high as he wants with those in the discard pile. But SadCryBear up to 5 amber and archived Dr. Millie and 2 other cards, which is a great move. Alex with the Deep Probe. This was one of our swing cards we were looking at before the match. What is he going to call? Star Alliance. What gets hit? Medic Ingram and Information Officer Gray get hit. That is a great hit, especially with that transporter platform out. Information Officer Gray was about to archive 2 cards. And yeah, that was absolutely great. And Medic Ingram could have warded Science Officer Kincan. Good call on the Deep Probe there. Good call on the Deep Probe. Then Grabber Jammer coming out, Irradiated Amber, and let's see, an Exilium Marauder. So Alex getting a nice board here, setting up for the future. SadCryBear has begun with the burst. SadCryBear beginning with the burst here, trying to go fast and efficient with just enough control to keep Alex down. But let's see what Alex's large board can do in response. SadCryBear, of course, with a single. Oh no, it's Alex with the Hysteria. So there is a red alert, which could do some damage, 3 damage to all, although that armor is really going to help. Armor is really going to help prevent some of that. SadCryBear picking Logos, picking up all of their cards. Dr. Millie coming out. That is going to be a 3-card archive for Dr. Millie. We have 5 total cards archived off of that Dr. Millie. Dr. Millie now. Let's see. I believe that's Universal Recycling Bin. Which is great for bringing Purge cards back. A double Quant, and that is SadCryBear's entire hand. That is what you want to see in a Logos Star Alliance disc deck from Worlds Collide with that sort of speed. Code Monkey Reaping. SadCryBear now at check with 7. Deciding not to try to deal with the Grabber Jammer. I think that's worth it. Just getting your speed out there, all your tiny creatures. Alex going into Sanctum. I expect to see lots of punching. Lots of Logos creatures are about to get punched in the face. Terms of Redress coming out. SadCryBear being very redressed. Putting on pants, as it were. Thou shalt wear pants, SadCryBear, and you're not going to forge a key either. Let's see. We've got a couple reaps here. Frankus fighting Quant, capturing an Amber Bulwark, fighting Science Officer Remiel, reaping, using Grabber Jammer to fight, finishing off the Kin-Can, capturing. But he doesn't have Brobnar. What do you mean he doesn't have Brobnar? Did I say he has Brobnar? Let's see. Discarding the Spirit's Way. Of course, that would be an awfully terrible move at this point. So SadCryBear down to 3 Amber in pool, quite a bit on Alex's creatures, but no way to really get rid of Alex's creatures right now. And all of those creatures with Amber would survive. About punching. All of those creatures would survive a red alert at this point. So we'll see how SadCryBear deals with this. Alex certainly has the better board state right now, especially with that 2 armor Commander Remiel out. He's going to be able to call Sanctum and use that Grabber Jammer every turn for a reap and capture. SadCryBear going into Logos. A particular out SadCryBear could have here is slamming the Logos creatures into various other creatures if SadCryBear does have a red alert somewhere in archives. Twin Bolta Mission coming out. Let's see what that hits. I assume that's going to go across the board. The only thing it can take out is the Marauder. So I assume the Marauder to prevent that reaping, and then maybe damage on perhaps the Frankus, because one would get through and that would shut the Frankus down a little bit more. Yep, the Marauder and the Protectrix. Self-bolstering Automata coming out. A wonderful card that will stay out as long as there's other friendly creatures out and about. Quant reaping, allowing another non-Logos action card. Exhume coming out. Let's see, not a huge pile to pick from here. We've got Science Officer Medic Ingram, and it is Information Officer Gray, allowing SadCryBear to reveal and archive a card. They are revealing Snag. Snag goes into the archives. If SadCryBear manages to wrest control of the board from Alex, a Snag could certainly be a wonderful control card to get out. Code Monkey fighting Protectrix, taking out Protectrix, not wanting that healing, no damage ability, healing invulnerable ability to turn back on. So, Dr. Millie reaping. SadCryBear now back up to 9 Amber. Check at 9 Amber. Alex going straight into Sanctum. Frankus fighting Gray, capturing an Amber. Remiel reaping. Using Grabber Jammer. Reaping with Grabber Jammer. Capturing Bulwark fighting Quant. SadCryBear will forge at exactly 7 here. Alex is at check with a 6 with a whole lot more Amber captured. So, I don't think Alex is too worried about that first key, as he should get his first one himself, unless SadCryBear uses a little bit of his very limited Amber control. But Alex is in a relatively good spot. A 3 armor, no damage Grabber Jammer. Frankus looking a little rough, but that's okay. Frankus has been doing work, taking out creatures, keeping SadCryBear off a key or 2. SadCryBear considering their house. We have not seen much Dis yet. I don't think SadCryBear has called Dis at all. We might have a couple discards in that archives. I know we've got Snag in there. Millie archived some things that we didn't see. Yep, calling Dis, picking up the archives. Exactly like we thought, chat. Exactly like we thought. Binding Irons. Oh, giving Alex 3 chains. That is not great for a slow Call of the Archons deck without much archive or speed. Harbinger of Doom coming out. That is a board clear. Of course, that is a board clear. That is going to threaten Alex's position here. All of his hard work. Gleeful Mayhem, and there goes the Gleeful Mayhem, targeting, of course, the Harbinger of Doom, taking out the rest of the board. SadCryBear up to 5 Amber after getting 4 from Alex's creatures. Snag coming out. Double Snag. Bloodshard Imp. Creatures, any creature that reaps must be sacrificed. And back over to Alex. Alex will forge SadCryBear almost to that second key. I would say Alex was behind if SadCryBear had gotten to that second key, but not quite yet. SadCryBear has not really been able to pull off a lot of their big tricks. Yes, Gateway to Dis. Yes, SadCryBear anticipating the same thing. Yep. Gateway to Dis, clearing those snags. Schuler coming down to steal. Ember Imp to restrict. So not a whole lot of Amber for Alex right there, but an exhausted self-bolstering Automata, an Ember Imp coming out. SadCryBear is on the back foot, at least for this turn. Going to need an answer. And Alex saw him use one of his Gleeful Mayhems. There's one Gleeful Mayhem left. That if SadCryBear has that, that would be relatively easy to get rid of the Ember Imp. However, that would kill off a self-bolstering Automata, which only survives if there are any other friendly creatures in play. So, SadCryBear thinking here, choosing Logos. Titan Guardian coming out. Code Monkey. Where's the Code Monkey going to go? Who's that going to archive? Okay, I'm going to archive both Logos creatures to get that 2 Amber up to check at 6. Excuse me. And that is turn. That is turn. Just crawling up to check inside of the Ember Imp's restrictions. Alex straight into Mars, confident. John Smith coming out, Mother Gun coming out, Ulick Megamouth coming out, discarding Martian Hounds. A lovely Mars setup. That is going to be a lot of Amber and Reaping per turn if SadCryBear doesn't have an answer. SadCryBear going to Forge now at 6. Alex at 4 chains. Yes, Alex at 4 chains because they changed themselves up even more with that Gateway. Paying in 3 additional cards for the privilege of knocking out those 2 snags. So there's SadCryBear with the Forge. SadCryBear with the Forge. And while he is thinking, I'm actually going to see if I can move my things. Well, SadCryBear thinks. Haha! All right, we'll move my graphic a little bit more here. Brilliant. Awesome. SadCryBear going into Dis, playing Born Its Touch. They are seeing Control the Weak. They are seeing Control the Weak. There we go. We are seeing Control the Weak, John Smith, Roundtable, Marauder, and Mexina purging Control the Weak. 2 more left in the deck, and we have not seen any of them yet. Great game closers. So Alex holding on to those. We haven't seen those. We can assume those are maybe in hand or in deck are the only other places those might be. So Alex's deck getting shuffled. Gleeful Mayhem coming out. I assume that is going to remove the Ember Imp Plum play. Yes, taking out Ulick Megamouth as well. As there are no creatures for Zookeeper to abuse, so John Smith is actually the less dangerous of the 2. So good call there. Alex with the Control of the Weak, the second of 3, pushing SadCryBear into Dis now. These calls are going to be pretty important. Let's see what SadCryBear does with a Dis turn here. Toxin coming out, Schuler reaping, Dominator Bubble to reap with John Smith. What can SadCryBear do on a Dis turn? SadCryBear has a Buzzle. What else does SadCryBear have in Dis? Oh, and an amazing Control the Weak call from Alex with only a Buzzle. Buzzle doing absolutely nothing. Toxin reaping in Alex's now Dis turn. First Officer Frayne getting hit by that Toxin. Dominator Bobble using John Smith. Reaping, getting up to check for the second key. SadCryBear at 2 keys, 2 Amber. So ahead of Alex here, but Alex is certainly in control. Reaping with Schuler. Do we have another Control the Weak, or is that in the last 8 cards? Do we have another Control the Weak from Alex to keep SadCryBear shut down? Reaping with Schuler. Considerations. Not seeing any options on the table. So Alex, I think, is considering what to play. This could be considering, does Alex play the Control the Weak to get the advantage here, or wait to use it as a closer later? Keeping in mind, of course, that Alex is a bit ahead. They're a Forge turn ahead, about 1 Amber in reality. Discarding Schuler. Okay. discarding Schuler to draw more cards, probably trying to prevent the red alert play, because I don't think we've seen the red alert quite yet. Yeah, haven't seen the red alert, so probably discarding that to prevent the red alert play, so that Toxin can survive a red alert. SadCryBear going into Star Alliance. Alex is on check. We've seen most of SadCryBear's Amber control at this point. So we'll see what they have in Star Alliance. They do have that transporter platform out, which has not been used yet. Ladies and gentlemen, Archons all, the transporter platform has not seen any action yet. Information Officer Gray coming out. We're going to reveal and archive a card, and then probably do that again. With transporter platform. Plasma Nozzle coming out to Information Officer Gray. Nice. Some good setup speed here with the archives, and the Plasma Nozzle getting several amber off of that with the transporter platform. So this is a lovely just 3-card Star Alliance play here for SadCryBear, in that he is able to archive some cards for his closeout turns, his potential closeout turns, while gaining amber off of that Plasma Nozzle. I assume the Gray and Plasma Nozzle would come back out. Okay, we're seeing Ingram. First. Perhaps he holds it. I'm not sure why he would, but perhaps he holds the Information Officer Gray. Plasma Nozzle coming down onto a warded. Okay, there they go back down. Plasma Nozzle onto the warded Medic Ingram. Information Officer Gray and stealth mode. There it is. SadCryBear with the very kind stealth mode notification in chat. Easy to miss those. So no actions for Alex. Yeah, Alex saying big one there. As I'm sure Alex has some nasty action cards in their hand. So big stealth mode play there, and I believe discard is at 0. I believe that's the first stealth mode we've seen. So Alex into Mars, Mother Gun revealing Squawker and Zookeeper, dealing 2 damage to Medic Ingram, painting the ward, playing Zookeeper, reaping with John Smith, readying Zookeeper, archiving the Medic Ingram from play with the Zookeeper, readied by the John Smith, discarding Squawker for some reason. Why is he discarding Squawker? Why is he discarding Squawker? I don't understand. Doesn't he want the amber? I must be missing something, because Alex has gotten to this point. I must be missing something on the Squawker discard. Oh, because stealth mode. I'm an idiot, because stealth mode is in play. And he can't. That's why we need reminders on this thing for silly people like me. So discarding the Squawker because he can't play it. Yes. Oh, hey, Dan. Oh, that was embarrassing. Discarding the Squawker because he can't play it, so definitely good plays by SadCryBear there. Definitely good plays. So SadCryBear back into their turn. Awesome. So SadCryBear back into SadCryBear's turn. We haven't seen the other stealth mode, which, based on Alex's great tools, would be an awesome thing to play here for Alex, or for SadCryBear, to try to close it out, avoiding a control of the weak, trying to shut them out, reaping with Information Officer Gray to reveal and archive a card, revealing Infernus. Oh, and Alex saying GG. Both of these decks are relatively limited on Amber control. Alex saying GG, as I think just SadCryBear getting to check in this situation means Alex cannot take SadCryBear off of check. These matches are best of 1. We're going to, I think, best of 3 for the finals. Dan can correct me if I'm wrong. So SadCryBear will advance. Alex knocked out round 1 here, but with a great showing, playing the deck well. There is not much you can do about a well-timed stealth mode when you are trying to control the weak. And especially when you don't get your round table and protect the weaks until late game. That is rough at well. But well played by both players. Alex getting up to check. Showing off his hand at the very end here. This huge, lovely Sanctum hand. So great game by both. Thank you very much to our participants. There. Well played. So SadCryBear will advance. We're going to take a peek take a peek at the let's see, group. What is this thing called? It's a bracket. We're going to take a look at the bracket here. SadCryBear will play the winner of Ukdi of AFK versus One Star Peeps of the USA. So whoever wins that will be facing SadCryBear and the Worlds Collide deck that we just saw. Then the winner of that will face the winner of Not Tonight and Strong Link. That is Not Tonight and Grant Titus of Team Knowledge is Power. So hit up the Keyforge category just beneath me to see other streams for Keyforge that are still going on for the Glorious You. Definitely jump over to those, and we will be back with our next. Match, which double checking to make sure I am saying this correctly here. Yes, yeah, that is going to be SadCryBear versus the winner of Ukdi versus One Star Peeps. So we are going to let those games wrap up. I'm going to take a short break. Definitely hit up the other streamers. There, and we will be back in probably about 10 minutes or so. See you soon.